It's a new season, and the Burns Agency wants to remind you of a few precautions you can take to keep safe this season. It's a great time to make sure your chimney is serviced before the chestnuts start roasting. Before that Thanksgiving turkey drops in the deep fryer, be sure all smoke detectors are in working order. Let's clean out the gutters and properly dispose of our combustibles. Make space for our shovels, scrapers, and driveway salts. Last but not least, give the Burns Agency a chance to review your current coverage for any cost-saving opportunity or policy enhancements your current plan might be missing. Call, email, chat us online. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932. Right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
Here's a look at your local news headlines on SNSN Internet Radio. Governor Ned Lamont today announced that he has signed a declaration extending Connecticut's state of emergency in response to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic to April 20th of this year. The extension applies to both the civil preparedness emergency and the public health emergency. The governor originally declared the emergencies on March 10th, 2020, explaining that they were needed in order to enable the state to provide its residents with an adequate response to the pandemic. Initially, they were scheduled to expire on September 9th of last year. However, due to the ongoing nature of the pandemic, they were renewed late in the summer and given a new expiration date of February 9th of 2021, which has now been extended through April 20th. Connecticut Department of Labor Commissioner Kurt Westby released the unemployment numbers for December 2020. The unemployment rate ticked down slightly from 8.2% in November to 8.0% in December. Connecticut lost 3,400 payroll jobs in the same month. In December 2020, manufacturing, construction, and finance were growth sectors, while accommodation and food service sectors experienced pandemic-related declines. Free COVID-19 testing continues at the Griswold UCFS Healthcare Building, which is at 226 East Main Street in Griswold. They are from Monday and Tuesday, 9 to 11, and Thursday also 9 to 11. It is a drive-up facility. No appointment is necessary. So you still can take advantage of the free COVID-19 testing. It's a drive-through at UCFS in Griswold, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. CIRAC is once again offering trainings when it comes to suicide prevention and Narcan training. It'll teach you how to recognize the signs of a suicide crisis and learn how to question, persuade, and refer. Receive some information on opioids and overdoses, and you can learn how to administer Narcan. Attendees will also receive a certificate of participation and Narcan to keep with them in case they need. They are offering several opportunities to take this important training that is absolutely free. Thursday, January 28th, Thursday, February 11th, and Thursday, February 25th. To register, simply send an email to office@CIRACConnecticut.org. That's SERACCT.org. Yes, there is going to be a winter sports season in Eastern Connecticut. The CIAC put their stamp of approval on winter sports last week, which included, of course, basketball and fencing. The Board of Education in Griswold put their seal of approval on it as well, officially starting the season. Griswold will have basketball tryouts on February 1st. The first game is to be scheduled for February 12th against Killingly. That's both boys and the girls. The boys will travel to Killingly, and the Lady Wolverines will host Killingly at Griswold High School. There is another change to the sport this year. Not only are they going to wear masks, but the start times will be different than recent years. JV games will start at 4:30, and the varsity contest will follow at approximately 6 p.m. Plainfield will also start practicing as well as having tryouts on February 1st. Plainfield's first game will be against Wyndham also on February 12th. Another unique feature or change for the schedule for winter 2021 is that if your girls' team is playing at home, then the boys' team will be playing the same school, but only at the other facility. Basketball will have a scaled down 10-game season instead of the regularly scheduled 20 games, which does not include postseason contests. Just like basketball, Griswold will be hosting co-ed fencing as well. Fencing teams will compete on Saturdays. Starting on Saturday, February 13th, opening day will feature Griswold hosting East Lyme.
The 8:30 a.m. report has been brought to you by the Burns Agency. With offices in Dayville and Norwich, find out why you'll buy better at Burns.
Okay, it's 8:49. Boy, everything's running late today. Everything's
What can I tell you?
what happens when the snow hits, right?
That's right.
All right, let's check the forecast. Here he is, Paul Ash.
Good morning, everybody. Right now, the temperature downtown Jewett City is 29 degrees. Be a few flurries around this morning, and snow possible. Temperatures will be somewhere around 37 degrees. But tonight, cloudy, lows around 24. And be a Thursday, cloudy skies, then partly cloudy in the afternoon. A few flurries of snow for possible, highs around 33. However, for Thursday evening, mostly clear, lows around 8. So it's going to be really cold now coming up over the weekend. And that's your weather from SNSN on this Wednesday, 01/27/2021.
So every so often, we get a comment, and I'm not kidding you. It's the same thing. Is he reading the weather off of his phone?
Of course.
And I'm like, well, yeah. Why are we supposed to have these big 1983 teletypes in here? Yeah. Where we rip and read that. Back in the day. No. Technology has evolved.
We don't have that luxury of having our own meteorologist.
No. And you know what? A lot of places don't.
No.
They just act like they do.
Well, the other radio stations use a lot of the Hartford stations. So we're not alone.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Good morning to Denise, who's watching us on YouTube right now. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. So anyway, getting back to the whole weather thing.
Yeah.
We get our weather from the National Weather Service.
That's right.
All right. That's the thing. There's really no sensationalism about the weather. We could make it sound, with like a big headline, coming tomorrow, huge amounts of snow, batten down the hatches, got to get the bread, the milk, and the eggs.
That's right.
And really, you're getting about 2 inches of snow, and it might be slippery.
But you notice now,
you
notice now everything's in ranges. It's not like you get 2 inches. It's not like you're going to get 3 inches. It's 1 to 4, 8 to 10. They never
exactly.
They don't pinpoint it anymore. Yeah.
Good morning to Joanne, who's watching us on Facebook. So we have people on Facebook, people on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are worldwide.
Wow. We're broadcasting around the world.
Kind of getting out of the whole just Jewett City, Plainfield kind of thing.
Wow, man. Maybe we want to
start
everywhere doing weather from Antarctica or something. It's 40 below. 40 below with a wind chill.
We could, it's funny because we could actually do this show from anywhere. We could be in Butte, Montana right now, and
nobody would know.
Because we could have a green screen behind us, showing Jewett City.
That's right.
And we could be anywhere.
We ought to have a green screen behind us showing Florida.
We could.
And we could come in shorts. And,
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So there was an article that was in the Norwich Bulletin, and I don't know. I think it was Monday, but I think you said yesterday. But
Monday.
But then again, it's the same.
Monday. It was Monday.
Norwich Bulletin has the same things every day almost.
It was Monday.
It was Monday.
Yeah, because I was here Monday. Remember I told you.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, there was an article in the Norwich Bulletin that talked about salaries for superintendents, in our area, but they didn't really talk about our area, as far as a whole. They talked about two
in particular.
They talked about Mr. McKenna here in Jewett City or Griswold, and Mr. DiPietro in Plainfield School Systems. That was it.
I don't know why. I mean, it's a Norwich Bulletin. Where the hell was NFA?
Huh?
Where was NFA? I know it's, where's the Norwich superintendent? It wasn't even in there.
I don't know.
Maybe they're afraid to give a salary out. I don't know.
I don't know why. I mean, it's all public knowledge.
Yeah, it is.
It's all
I mean,
FOI.
when they go up for a budget for the year, it's on there.
I don't know about NFA though, because NFA is really a private
It's
school.
private school, but it's still under the superintendent of knowledge, though, I would think.
Right, but I don't know if the information is FOIable because the school is. I don't know. I don't.
Well, that would be a principal. It wouldn't be a superintendent. Superintendent of schools of knowledge would take care of all schools of knowledge.
Okay, all right.
Just like here, I mean, we have multiple schools, so McKenna is in charge of all the schools, not just the one.
Right. Same
Yeah.
thing in Plainfield with Mr. DiPietro.
Yeah, he's got like a couple of middle schools and a high school. Right, same thing.
So it went to. It was speaking to their salaries.
Yeah.
Like it was news or something.
I know. I mean, most of them are probably during budget time are probably out there.
Well,
that
information really is obtainable at any time. I don't know why all of a sudden.
I have no clue.
You know, so you saw the salary numbers, did you not?
Yeah, I saw the salary.
And what were they?
One was 100. McKenna was like 180,000. There might be some other change along with it, and the other one in Plainfield was like 175,000.
Okay. Yeah. And see, that's what I mean. I don't understand. You know why that is a big deal.
Like I told you, if you think if you look at the school system equivalent to a regular public place of business, which is, take a good sized company, you take a McKenna who's probably equivalent to a VP in another company.
Mhm.
Think about it, because you've got and the other principals be like managers or directors underneath him. Okay, so it's equivalent to being a VP in any other company. So, those salaries are up there. What are you going to do? I don't have a problem with it.
My whole stance on that personally, which really doesn't mean anything to anybody, is would you want to be doing what he's doing right now?
No, because it's pretty tough right now.
Pretty tough.
I mean, it is tough.
He's got to have 24-hour a day, 7-day-a-week visibility.
I know.
Because
and he's got to make the right decisions because he doesn't want. You got to be careful. He doesn't make the wrong decision to have a bunch of kids get infected with COVID. So, he's got to make sure he does the right thing. So I think he's been doing a good job. So, and I really don't give a damn about the salary. I never cared much about what people made more than all I cared was about my own salary.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why they put that article in the paper. I have no clue. I don't know what they were trying to do when they were trying to, make people think about something and cause some issues. I don't know what the hell they were trying to do. No clue.
Yeah. So you know what? McKenna's making it shows what 190 plus or something.
No, it's in the 180s.
180. Well, okay. What's the difference? So he's in with the $180,000 range.
It's typical superintendent.
So what?
Yeah. So what?
You know what? If you want that job, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't want that job at all. Not for that kind of money. Do you know what kind of heat this man is under?
Yeah.
Especially right now with the pandemic. Never mind normal.
Yeah.
A normal climate.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Plus, he's very well engaged in Griswold. He loves the community. He absolutely loves the school. So when you take those intangibles and you put them together, that's a win every single day of the week. Yeah. So why they came out with an article,
I don't know,
talking about two superintendent salaries didn't make a whole lot of sense.
I don't know.
At least not to me. Did it to you?
Didn't make any sense to me. Why all of a sudden, who cares?
Anybody in the Facebook group, did you see that, or on YouTube, did you happen to see the article in the Norwich Bulletin talking about the salaries of the superintendents? I mean, are we giving more light to it? Sure. Are we giving a little more drag to it? Sure. But I don't understand why it is. You all right? Oh, hold on. We'll listen to Paul yak for a minute. Yeah. We could hear you just as good out there.
I know, but I don't want to cough on the mic. Sinus. What a pain.
You didn't want to cough on the mic and a mic. No, but you just did.
You made me do it.
Spell it. Yak. Y-A-K. Yak. So there you go. So if you have any questions about that or comments, I'd love to know what you guys think, because this is a community chat. We're just facilitating. And if there's something that you want to talk about, then great. And also, if anybody has any kind of subject matter that you want us to cover.
Well, did you hear the latest coming out of Hartford?
Ooh, what's that?
Mansion tax.
Oh yeah, over 300,000.
Yeah. That doesn't just include Harvard. And Mr. Looney Tunes is proposing that.
Martin Looney. Yeah, he's the one that proposed the bill.
I mean, 300. I mean, there's some houses in Griswold that are 300,000, and they're going to have to pay a mansion tax. Guess where the money's going to go?
Tell me, Paul.
Hartford. So they go to a low income.
Mm-hmm.
So another tax way to pay.
Yeah.
So no, it's not just Hartford, not just Greenwich. It's everywhere.
Daryl says good for him about McKenna and DiPietro. I'm assuming too, if he has the drive and the education.
Right.
Yeah.
I know.
We don't say squat about the CEO about McDonald's, do we?
No, you don't.
And they have nothing to. They really could care less about our community, and they're making millions.
Right.
You have Mr. McKenna who's making a fraction of that, and he's invested in your kids' lives.
Mm-hmm.
So why give him the negative rub? I don't get it.
I mean,
I don't get it at all.
Yeah.
Teacher salaries, teachers, they don't make anywhere near that, and they get crap all the time, and they're getting so much heat over what's happening with the way teachers are teaching in the pandemic. What are they supposed to do? This is not just new for students and parents; it's brand new for teachers as well. They're doing the same things. They're trying to conform to everything.
Right.
It's not easy for them either. But I think sometimes, myself included, we take it for granted. I even had a talk with my little girl saying, look, there was a couple of papers that she said she had done. And if you look up at it in her Power School thing, she never got credit for it.
Oh.
I said, okay. And I said, did you email your teacher or talk to your teacher about this? No. Okay, well, let's do that. And I said, email them and copy me and copy mommy, or mom. It's not mommy anymore.
Yeah.
And not daddy. It's dad now.
Yeah.
To find out. And you know what? She just had not gotten to that part yet, or those assignments yet. So at home, it looks like, why didn't you do this work? So it's causing stress at work. But you know what? The teachers are trying to keep up too. It's new for them. Right. Good morning, Laura. Thanks for chiming in this morning. Michelle just made a comment. I'm going to put it up on the screen. And this is, it's very true. She says, shame on the Norwich Bulletin. They never once compared years of experience in their article.
No, they didn't. No.
And
why did they just pinpoint the schools up here? Why didn't they pinpoint? I mean, it's a Norwich Bulletin. Why did they pinpoint Norwich? I don't know. I don't understand it at all.
They did post their salaries, Daryl.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Daryl says, why don't they post their salaries? And they did. But they only did it for two schools, like you said.
That's it.
Griswold and Plainfield. What about Ledyard? What about Stonington?
Yeah.
What about even Westerly, Norwich, East Lyme, Wyndham,
I don't know.
Killingly?
Maybe I don't know what they were trying to prove with the article. Maybe they had nothing else to write
about. But even if they were going to go ahead, the Norwich Bolton salaries, they're making minimum wage. So what about all the other schools? If it's not a bad idea if you want to compare the salaries, of all of the incumbent superintendents.
Right. But they just did those.
But they just picked on two and said, basically, would you pay this? No, it's not even, has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You should contact the Bulletin and say, why'd you write the article?
No, you know what? Because they're not going to say anything. They still think that they are the source.
Yeah. Well,
as they're being printed out of Newport, Rhode Island. There's your local news, folks. Hurry up, subscribe fast.
And they're always a day late. They're delayed on all their news.
But then they look at us and go, "What? We're not going to subscribe to your website. Why? It should be free."
Yeah, they're always a day late on any of their stuff. They're never on time. Yeah, you read it. Geez, I read that the other day.
Yeah.
What can I tell you?
In just a couple of minutes, we're going to be joined by Mitch Gross from Eversource. He's going to be calling in. We're going to talk about a bunch of things, including the Kilowatt program, Kilowatt, which is something that is available in our area. The device is available in our area, and there are places you can pick it up absolutely for free.
I'm kind of curious what it's going to do because there's been a lot of things out there, pieces of equipment that you're supposed to plug in is supposed to reduce your energy, but some of them have been proven to be a piece of crap. So I'm kind of curious. No, I'm serious. So I'm kind of curious what this piece of equipment is.
Well, we're going to find out. We're going to talk to him. I don't think it's the same thing.
It may not be.
You know,
yeah.
That when you worked there back in the Stone Age, like the year 1814. You don't like that, Paul, do you?
My phone was talking to me.
Well,
it heard me talk about.
Paul will take jabs at people all the time. When you jab back, he just kind of puts his head down, looks at his phone. Hey,
no, my phone was talking to me because it heard me talk about that piece of equipment.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So that's something you can bring up to Mitch Gross too. That is kind of funny though about.
Yeah, because they were advertising and selling these pieces of equipment to reduce your kilowatt hours, but they were proven not to be, they were not very far. So
well, then you can ask that.
I'll ask them. Is it proven? I mean, maybe I don't even know what it does, to be honest with you.
Well, maybe it is totally different than what you even are familiar with.
Yeah.
And I think we have him on.
Oh, we have him on
the line right now. Good morning,
Mike. Good morning, Mitch Gross, Eversource. How are you?
Good morning, Mr. Gross. Thanks for calling in. We were just, making fun of you, before you called in.
It just goes with the territory, guys.
So thank you very much for calling in today. We have, just so you know, this is Mitchell Gross from Eversource. He's a spokesman for the company.
Mitch, please.
Mitch.
Please. Only mom calls me Mitchell. Please call me Mitch. Thank you.
So you reached out to me, which I thought was very kind, about a new program or a program that's going on right now that people are probably not even aware of or familiar with. And why don't you let's talk about the Kilowatt program.
Kilowatt, that's right. Kilowatt is a device that actually you can invest in one. They're available at big box stores and hardware stores, but basically they're a tool that enables you to measure the amount of electricity items around your house, the amount of electricity being consumed by these items. And it's another tool we're making our customers aware of and making available through libraries around the state, a way to hopefully save some energy and save some money. And as you know, many of us are still working from home. We're using more energy than ever. That's being reflected in our utility bills. And we're reminding our customers we have these tools, these programs, these services that can help you save some energy and hopefully save some money as well.
So what does this device look like? Is it something that's really, really large, or is it like look like a little timer?
It actually fits in the palm of your hand. It plugs into each device, then you plug it into the wall, and it gives you a measurement of the amount of energy being used. And there's a booklet. It's a kit that we have put together. It's the Kilowatt, and it's a booklet with instructions and tips to hopefully, as I just noted, to save you some energy and save some money. It is available at nearly 200 libraries around the state, and we're making them available. We're reminding our customers they're available. Check with your local library regarding their hours of operation, and if somebody else has borrowed the Kilowatt. And when you have the opportunity, we encourage customers to use it. It's one of the It's one of the tools available. We also have, by the way, on our website, it's called the Heating Cost Calculator. By the way, let me tell your listeners, everything I'm talking about, the information is on our website, eversource.com. When you go to Eversource.com, you'll see that blue horizontal bar where it says Save Money and Energy. You click on that. There's a drop-down menu, and there's all kinds of information available and a lot of good tips that will hopefully to help you, as it says, save money and energy. But to get back to the calculator, when you go online, it's an interactive tool. It can actually provide you an estimate of your daily and your annual heating costs based on a number of factors, starting with what do you heat with? Do you heat with electricity or natural gas or another fuel? The size of your home, the estimated efficiency of your heating equipment, what the current outside temperature is, and what your thermostat is currently set at. And it comes up with the numbers for you to give you an idea of where you should be as far as heating at this time of the year.
So what if I was I plugged it into my TV? How long should I leave it plugged in to get an accurate reading, or something that even will give me an accurate assessment?
I will ask that you refer to the instruction booklet.
Okay.
It's all laid out exactly how to do it, what to look for, taking down your measurements and going from there. I will defer to the instruction booklet.
So when you say that they're available at local libraries in our area, I'm assuming we're talking about the Slater Library in Jewett City for one. And if that is true, what other libraries in our area can people pick up this device?
Oh my goodness! Let me. I'm pulling up the list right now. That's on the website, and it is.
Here I am with the curveballs.
Yeah, you sure did, guys. And forgive me for not having it available.
That's all right.
Ready to go here. Let's see here. Let me pull it up. Here you go. Yes, at the Slater Library.
Yeah.
Right. Libraries in Voluntown, Sterling, Canterbury, Preston, Sprague, and many, many more. We've made a very a huge effort to make sure that most, if not all, of the public libraries across Connecticut, especially in the areas that we serve, and we serve 149 of the state's 169 towns, we want to make sure that these devices are available for our customers to borrow, to use, and hopefully to learn from.
So what you do then, Mitch, is you have to go to the library, take it out, take it home and measure, then bring it back. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. It's like you're borrowing a book from the library.
Yeah.
Honestly, guys, if someone is really wants to make the investment, as I said, you could invest in one. And I've gone online and see that they range in price from $20 from a very basic model to upwards of around $100 for lots of bells and whistles.
Yeah.
But the kilowatt is a great tool to help educate you as to how much power is being consumed in your home.
Wow. Yeah, there's been a bunch of pieces of equipment out there that they've been trying to sell people about saving energy. What you do is you plug a appliance into this plug. It's supposed to save you energy. Those are a farce. You got to be careful with those. You got to, don't want to buy any of that crap.
Well, I can't comment about them, but I can tell you the kilowatt is it's a great little tool. It is a great little tool, and it in some cases it may kind of open your eyes as to what you're running and how long you're running it all day, and maybe there adjustments need to be made within your home.
Is this something Eversource came up with, or is this something the manufacturer?
No, actually, this is our energy efficiency team. Our energy efficiency team put their heads together and thought this would be a great opportunity, as I noted, to help educate. Customers are looking for answers, and this is hopefully a tool that will help provide some of those answers.
It almost sounds like years ago when you guys had Ready Kilowatt.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, my wife is actually the mascot. My wife and I both worked for Eversource. I worked for 46 years. She's been there 30.
You're talking to Paul Lash right now.
I know Mike, and Paul, we've spoken, unfortunately, during storms. That
Absolutely.
seems to be when we have conversations.
That's correct.
But I thought this was a great opportunity to reach out to you and the SNSN listening audience and let you know these tools are available, and also, to bring you up to date on other things concerning our programs. We have our home energy. We're talking energy efficiency. Our home energy solutions program is still running. It's still by far it's our most popular program with our customers, and it's available, and it's at no cost right now. Yeah. So it's the best opportunity ever to have these approved contractors do the work to your house to make it tighter, more energy efficient, and it won't cost you a thing.
I think you just said it right. There's no better time than now, especially during the pandemic, where saving money is paramount, in this society. And this sounds like a great tool that will help people do so.
That's right. That's right. Thank you. The Home Energy Solutions Program, if you call 877-WISE-USE to get your questions answered and to hopefully schedule an appointment. If you're not comfortable with the contractors coming into your house at this time, and we certainly understand that, we have a virtual assessment available as well, where we basically, you take your iPad or your cell phone and you walk around the house, and the contractor works with you over the iPad and cell phone, looks at your situation. You're sent a number of items that you can install yourself, and when you're ready and you're comfortable to have the contractors in, they come in and they finish the work, and they do all kinds of things: caulking, weather stripping, door seals, the installation of LED lights. It's a tremendous opportunity, a tremendous package. Customers save after it's done somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 to $250 a year on their utility bills, and we're offering it right now for a very limited time at no cost. So we recommend you call that number 877-WISE-USE, or you can go on a couple of websites, again, Eversource.com or EnergizCT, all one word, EnergizCT.com, for all of the information. It's another good opportunity out there.
And you know what, the savings of say $250 a year, Paul, that'll pay for the jack up in price from the water company that's coming. Thank you, Mitch.
Well,
that's great advice.
Well, we're doing everything we can to control the cost of energy, and unfortunately, we have very little say in what our suppliers decide to charge us.
Oh boy!
We're doing the best we can.
All right, fact or fiction? This is not a backdoor question. This is really one that I have that I'm curious on. I've been told in the past that if you have something plugged in, like say maybe an entertainment center or your computer set up wherever, fact or fiction, unplug it and then you will save energy.
If you totally unplug it, like
from the wall
socket, you will save energy. The one of the things you have to remember is if it's still plugged in, and the electronic device has, for instance, that little green or that little red light that's glowing, it's still consuming energy. It's what we call vampire power. So if you're truly making an effort to save energy and save some money, you could plug it from the wall, or you could take your devices and plug them into a smart power strip. And a smart power strip is designed to detect when a device is not being used, and it cuts the power to the device. It's also a great safety tool as well. Wow. To have them all plugged into that power strip.
I've never heard of that.
Smart power strips are also a really great investment.
Wow. I've never heard of a smart power strip. Absolutely not. That's great news. That's good advice right there.
Yeah. Well, most people do their TVs. You turn your TV off when the light's on. I mean, how many people?
It's not off.
Right.
It actually is not off. I mean, I'm as guilty as the next person. When I call it a night and turn off the TV, I know that red light's glowing. Yep. I know that the device is still consuming some power, and that over time that adds up. So,
Absolutely.
unplugging it from the wall or plugging into a smart power strip, and then you turning off the power strip as well is another way to ensure that the device is off. Guys, we understand, customers are using a lot of energy, the bills are up. And if I may remind your listeners, if you're having an issue paying your utility bill, you really need to call us. We have payment programs available. We're encouraging customers. Right now we're not disconnecting power to customers. We have not been doing that since the pandemic, since last March, since the pandemic appeared. But in the meantime, we're encouraging customers who are having an issue, call us. When you call us, ask if you qualify to be coded hardship. All right, that's important. Ask the representative, do I qualify to be coded hardship? If you're not, let me say, if you're coded hardship, there are programs for you, and the representative will discuss them. If you're not, we have the COVID-19 payment plan. It's an outstanding payment plan that's underway right now, but time is running out to sign up for it. You have until Tuesday, February 9th, which is right around the corner. Tuesday, February 9th. So if you sign up for it, and it's available to any customer, we're talking about a residence or a business, all right? You don't have to demonstrate any financial need. There's no initial down payment. You have up to 24 months, 2 years, to pay off your Eversource utility balance. There's no late payment fees. There's no interest. And of course, most important, you're protected. You're protected from disconnection once disconnections resume. So we encourage customers. The worst thing you can ever do is to do nothing. So pick up the phone at 800-286-2828. 800-286-2828. That's the number to talk about payment programs, the COVID-19 payment plan, and if you're having a problem paying your bill.
Now, I do want to stress that, like in our listening area here, we have Eversource, and we also have Jewett City Department of Public Utilities.
Mm-hmm.
So I do want to stress this is Eversource that is talking about this, and not JCDPU.
Yeah.
However, JCDPU does have products to help you as well, just like Eversource does. I was talking to Ken Sullivan a couple of days ago, who's the director of JCDPU. And even though, and one thing that he brought to light with me that I wasn't aware of is there are municipal-owned utilities and there are investor-owned utilities, MOUs and IOUs. And yes, I didn't understand the difference. And is the difference really being regulated by PURA?
That's the major difference. That yes, we, Eversource, are a publicly traded, regulated utility, regulated by PURA, the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority here in Connecticut. And and there are some other differences regarding programs or taxes or things like that. But the major thing is, yes, PURA regulates us.
So I want to just kind of get on one subject, which is kind of touchy with a lot of Eversource customers in general. And if you can speak to it, great. If not, that's okay too. But we have one comment from one of our listeners, because we're live on Facebook and YouTube and, of course, our app and everywhere. And it said, let's talk about high delivery rates. And this is Matthew. I don't know how to spell it's Konow, Konow. Let's talk about high delivery rates and poor responses and preparedness for outages from storms. I think the delivery rates.
Where would you like to begin, Mike?
Delivery rates.
Right. There are two portions to your bill, supply and delivery. The supply side is that those costs that we incur from our suppliers to get the electricity that we deliver to you. Those supply charges are set and reviewed by our state regulators. Let me say everything on your utility bill is reviewed by state regulators, all right? But the supply side, it is what it is, and we pass on the costs to our customers. The delivery side, Unfortunately, that's a very heavy side of the bill. If you look on your bill, you see multiple line items making up the delivery side. Within that is the costs that we incur to upgrade the system, to take care of the tree trimming. But in there is all kinds of taxes and fees and state programs, and all of that adds up. And as you see on your utility bill, 9 out of 10 line items are based on kilowatt hours used. So it comes down to usage. It's that pennies per kilowatt hour times the kilowatt hour. And unfortunately, at this time, the delivery side it's pretty weighed down with lots of items, which ends up being a larger side of the bill currently than the supply side. As far as preparation for storms, we hear you. We learn from every storm. We have made adjustments to our system. We're in the midst of a review right now with our state regulators, and we're committed to be stronger and quicker and more reliable. If and when the need arises, and we need to get out there to get your power back on.
Well, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
We watch the forecast every day. We always prepare for severe weather. And we have a system in place that we're always tweaking, always adjusting. And while we're doing that, we're always working on the system. We're always doing upgrade work. We're always trimming trees. So it's a 365 days a year operation. It's 24/7, and we understand. What our customers expect of us. We have 1.27 million electric customers across 149 communities in this state. It's a huge responsibility, and we take it very seriously.
What I'm getting from this is that it's not just about how much electricity you're using in your home. It's really the entire package. It's everything that you do that's really kind of clumped up on the bill. All in one. It's the tree trimming, it's the preparation, it's all that stuff. It's all of everything. It's not just my electric heater was on too long. That's why my electric bill went way up. That's
right. There's a lot of items on your utility bill. A lot of state programs are built in on the delivery side that we're all paying for. As I said, the money we need to maintain the system and do the upgrade work, it's all in there.
Is there any way, Donna Colello would like to know, is there any way to lower delivery charges, or is that pretty much set in stone and it is what it is?
It currently, I hate to say it to the gentleman, but right now it is what it is. We're looking, we're always looking at ways to adjust to lower costs, to become more efficient. And we encourage customers, again, that was point number one in this call, to be more efficient as well, because as the gentleman will see on his utility bill, 9 out of 10 items are based on times kilowatt hours. So it comes down to usage. It really all comes down to usage currently.
So let's kind of double back right back to the initial conversation before I let you go here. Kilowatt. Let's talk about that once again for people that are just tuning in. The Kill a Watt program. Where can people get it, and what exactly does it do again?
It's a tool that will help you understand how much power is being used by devices around your house. It is available through your local libraries in Griswold, Voluntown, Sprague, Canterbury, Preston. Contact your local library. You check it out. Borrow the kilowatt. Follow the instructions in the kit. And hopefully, we all learn a little something about our particular lifestyle and how much power we're using, and we all make adjustments accordingly. And again, it's all about hopefully saving you some energy and saving you some money. And we encourage our customers to take advantage of the opportunity.
Now, when it comes to saving money and saving resources, Donna had one other question that I just wanted to pop up, and I don't know about this. She goes, does switching companies help with that? And I think what she's talking about is maybe a third-party billing company. I don't even understand how that works. You know, where you have
Yes, I understand. What Don is referring to is a third-party supplier. You have the ability here in Connecticut to shop for a third-party supplier who will provide who will be the source of your electricity. All right. If you go to energizect.com, and you can look up the current prices that third-party suppliers are offering for your electricity, and the site compares their prices to ours right now, what we call standard service. We encourage our customers, if you're going to shop, be careful, make sure you understand the terms of what you're agreeing to if you go to a third-party supplier. Understand, if you go to a third-party supplier, Eversource will still deliver your power. If you have a power issue, Eversource is your company. You will still get your utility bill from Eversource, and on that bill will note who your third-party supplier is and what the current rate is you're paying to that third-party supplier. So yes, she's right. She can go shop. Anyone can shop and compare. I will say that of our 1.27 million customers, the vast majority still use us for standard service. And that's not, I'm just saying that's the reality right now. But people have the opportunity and the flexibility to shop if they choose to do so.
Yeah, I've heard that too. You know, it's like there are lots of companies that will do that. They're like telephone companies or wireless phone companies. You know, there was one called Connecticut Telephone years ago, which they would go ahead and resell. It was SNET back then, as well as
right,
or Bell Atlantic, which was now known as Verizon. And
right. But by the way, guys, before we run out of time, I really hope we quickly talk about scams, because if you're an Eversource customer or you're a customer of Jewett City, utilities around the country are being inundated by scammers calling their customers and attempting to, threatening to cut off their power immediately. Pay me now or we're going to cut your power off immediately. We don't do that. We never do. We will never do that. We're reminding our customers, by the way, if you get a call claiming someone to be from Eversource threatening to cut off your power, hang up the phone immediately, call your local police and let them know that you've received this type of call. It is a scam. It's a red flag. As I've noted earlier, we're not cutting power during the pandemic. So if someone calls and threatens you to cut off your power and demands immediate payment, hang up the phone. It's a scam. But unfortunately, we're getting reports of people panicking and paying to the tune of 3 figures and 4 figures sometimes. Yikes. And until we can cut these people off and put them out of business, they will continue to call and basically harass you as a customer.
Yikes. That's not a lot of fun.
No, it's not.
It's not
a lot of fun.
It's not just Eversource. It's there's one going on. There's so many of them. And and they try to capitalize on these type of situations, like especially during the pandemic. There's
all types of things. But I'll tell you, we get multiple calls a day from people reporting scam calls, and these are to residents, businesses, all age groups, all demographics. It doesn't matter what town you're in, what time of day it is. They're calling and they're using things like emails now to try to trick you. They're using robocalls where they claim to be from Eversource, and the message will say press 1 to pay. It's amazing. They tweak their caller ID so it will say Eversource. If you have a question, if you get a call like this and you're not sure about your bill, there's a number on your Eversource utility bill. Call that number. The representative will be happy to discuss the current state of your account.
Very good. Matter of fact, Mitch, as soon as we get off the phone, I want to call you and talk to you about your car's extended warranty. So I'll be calling you about that. I'm that guy. No. We appreciate you spending some time with us this morning and giving us some great information. And now this information is also going to stay live on our, tape delayed on YouTube and of course Facebook, so people can refer back to it as they need or want to.
Fantastic. And again, go to our website, eversource.com. There's lots of information. We have the programs, the services, the payment plans, to help you. And we want to work with you.
Great. All right, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks for reaching out like you did. Every time we get a notification or press release, we put it out on our website to alert folks of different programs that Eversource has, because they're geared to help. So we appreciate you sending us those as well.
I appreciate the time, gentlemen. Thank you.
All right, sir. Stay healthy, and we'll talk to you again.
See you later.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, that was Mitch Gross from Eversource. Good guy. Anytime I've emailed him or whatever, he's always been on the spot. There's something else he actually helped me with too, but I don't want to get on the air about. But but he's a really nice fella, and
He's been doing this position for a lot of years.
Yeah. So, all right, we're going to break for the news, and we will be back in a little bit right here on SNSN Internet Radio.
As a business, your customers are your first priority. At Jewett City Savings Bank, their first priority is helping businesses like yours to succeed. Here's what Rick Hermanot of Econ Hill Turkey Farm in Sterling had to say about doing business with Jewett City Savings Bank.
Well, when we started our farm, it was just a little more than a hobby. We had 10 or 15 turkeys, then we grew to 30, and we grew to 60. Our goal was to double every year. Pretty quickly, though, we got to where we needed a bank to work with. We were looking to develop a lending relationship as we grew our business, and Jewett City was there for us from the start. We started out just buying equipment for our processing facility, and they helped us finance that. And then as our business grew, we put a turkey coop up, and then we bought the farm next door, which was a really big deal for us, and they were there for us on that as well. Yeah, we really enjoy working with Jewett City Savings Bank and would highly recommend them to other small businesses.
To learn more about how the commercial lending team at Jewett City Savings Bank can assist you, call 860-376-4444 or go to jcsbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You buy better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
It's a new season, and the Burns Agency wants to remind you of a few precautions you can take to keep safe this season. It's a great time to make sure your chimney is serviced before the chestnuts start roasting. Before that Thanksgiving turkey drops in the deep fryer, be sure all smoke detectors are in working order. Let's clean out the gutters and properly dispose of our combustibles. Make space for our shovels, scrapers, and driveway salts. Last but not least, give the Burns Agency a chance to review your current coverage for any cost-saving opportunity or policy enhancements your current plan might be missing. Call, email, chat us online. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
We are the future. Griswold Parks and Rec is a parent's one-stop source for all things fun. Town events, sports, fitness, and enrichment for all ages. We love our residents. Let us prove it. Go to griswoldrec.org.
The flagship for Griswold High School sports, and your home for local news and weather.
Broadcasting from Main Street in the borough of Jewett City.
The Streaming News and Sports Network, SNSN.
The 9 a.m. report on the Streaming News and Sports Network is being brought to you by Charlene's Diner, 37 Main Street, Jewett City. Family owned for almost 40 years. Order what you want, eat what you get. That's Charlene's Diner.
I love working here because of the people, and I get to work with my family every day.
Come to Charlene's Diner for the best breakfast you've ever had.
That was Brittany and Matt from Charlene's Diner on Main Street in Jewett City. There are only a few things that have been able to stand the test of time in Jewett City, and one of them just happens to be Charlene's Diner, who just celebrated their 40th anniversary in business. How do you stay in business that long in a small town like Jewett City? It's a simple recipe, really great food and friendly service, and of course, family. You'll feel like family too, because you'll always be greeted with a smile that makes you feel like you're right at home. Stop by for breakfast or lunch 7 days a week. If you don't have any time, well, that's no problem. Order ahead and your food will be waiting for you when you walk into Charlene's door. You can find Charlene's Diner on Facebook, too. Stop in and join the family for breakfast or lunch today.
I'm Charlene. Come to Charlene's Diner and order what you want and eat what you get.
Here's a look at your local news headlines on SNSN Internet Radio. Governor Ned Lamont today announced that he has signed a declaration extending Connecticut's state of emergency in response to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic to April 20th of this year. The extension applies to both the civil preparedness emergency and the public health emergency. The governor originally declared the emergencies on March 10th, 2020, explaining that they were needed in order to enable the state to provide its residents with an adequate response to the pandemic. Initially, they were scheduled to expire on September 9th of last year. However, due to the ongoing nature of the pandemic, they were renewed late in the summer and given a new expiration date of February 9th of 2021, which has now been extended through April 20th. Connecticut Department of Labor Commissioner Kurt Westby released the unemployment numbers for December 2020. The unemployment rate ticked down slightly from 8.2% in November to 8.0% in December. Connecticut lost 3,400 payroll jobs in the same month. In December 2020, manufacturing, construction, and finance were growth sectors, while accommodation and food service sectors experienced pandemic-related declines. Free COVID-19 testing continues at the Griswold UCFS Healthcare Building, which is at 226 East Main Street in Griswold. They are from Monday and Tuesday, 9 to 11, and Thursday also 9 to 11. It is a drive-up facility. No appointment is necessary. So you still can take advantage of the free COVID-19 testing. It's a drive-through at UCFS in Griswold, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. CIRAC is once again offering trainings when it comes to suicide prevention and Narcan training. It'll teach you how to recognize the signs of a suicide crisis and learn how to question, persuade, and refer. Receive some information on opioids and overdoses, and you can learn how to administer Narcan. Attendees will also receive a certificate of participation and Narcan to keep with them in case they need. They are offering several opportunities to take this important training that is absolutely free. Thursday, January 28th, Thursday, February 11th, and Thursday, February 25th. To register, simply send an email to office@CIRACConnecticut.org. That's SERACCT.org. Yes, there is going to be a winter sports season in Eastern Connecticut. The CIAC put their stamp of approval on winter sports last week, which included, of course, basketball and fencing. The Board of Education in Griswold put their seal of approval on it as well, officially starting the season. Griswold will have basketball tryouts on February 1st. The first game is to be scheduled for February 12th against Killingly. That's both boys and the girls. The boys will travel to Killingly, and the Lady Wolverines will host Killingly at Griswold High School. There is another change to the sport this year. Not only are they going to wear masks, but the start times will be different than recent years. JV games will start at 4:30, and the varsity contest will follow at approximately 6 p.m. Plainfield will also start practicing as well as having tryouts on February 1st. Plainfield's first game will be against Wyndham, also on February 12th. Another unique feature or change for the schedule for winter 2021 is that if your girls' team is playing at home, then the boys' team will be playing the same school, but only at the other facility. Basketball will have a scaled-down 10-game season instead of the regularly scheduled 20 games, which does not include postseason contests. Just like basketball, Griswold will be hosting co-ed fencing as well. Fencing teams will compete on Saturdays. Starting on Saturday, February 13th, Opening day will feature Griswold hosting East Lyme.
The 9 a.m. report on SNSN has been brought to you by Charlene's Diner, 37 Main Street, Jewett City. Family owned for almost 40 years. Order what you want. Eat what you get. That's Charlene's Diner.
I know it said it the 9 o'clock report, but we're a little bit behind schedule this morning. Having our guest Mitch Gross from Eversource with some really great information for us this morning. Now, if you missed the interview with Mitch Gross from Eversource and the kilowatt program and different things that Eversource is doing right now, especially during the pandemic, you can actually watch this later on. It's going to be on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's simply SNSN Radio, and all these videos stay up there. So that way, you can review them and you can check out the information.
Yeah.
That is vital, really, for your own pocketbook. And
well, the energy program that you talked about, them coming to your house and stuff, that's been going on for a lot of years. I mean, that's nothing new. But the nice thing about it, if they'll replace them with LEDs. If your bulbs are the old incandescents, or they'll replace them.
That was the one question I was going to ask him.
I believe they replace them with LEDs.
Yeah. So there are lots of ways where you can go ahead and save energy and save money on your electric bill. Yeah. There are lots of people that, especially on social media, that have been talking about the delivery charges that they've been getting from Eversource. And Mitch said it right out. Unfortunately, it is what it is. There's not a whole lot they can do about it. They are regulated by the Public Utility Regulatory Association. It's really we can complain all we want, but it is what it is, unfortunately.
And he talked about all these fees on there. Well, who put the fees on? The state. So, it's our regulators that are causing some of these issues as well.
Yeah. So when you see that bill and you see that the delivery charge is more than the actual service that was delivered to your home, that's why.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. Nobody said it was fair. Nobody said we had to like it.
No, I know it.
But it's one of those, thank you, Bill Belichick. It is what it is.
That's what it is.
So anyway. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the forecast right now. Here he is, Paul Lash.
Good morning, everybody. Right now, the temperature downtown Jewett City is up to 30 degrees. Could be some rain around now. Rain and snow possibly now this morning. Then remaining overcast for the afternoon with highs around 37 degrees. But tonight, cloudy. Well, become clear after night. However, lows will be around 25 degrees. For your Thursday's going to be, again, pretty much a cloudy day. However, there could be some partial sunshine in the afternoon. Could be some snow flurries around in the afternoon. Highs around 33 degrees. And for your Thursday night, well, clear skies. However, temperatures are going to be down around 8 degrees. So it's going to be kind of cool. And that's your weather from SNSN on this Wednesday, 01/27/2021.
So what you're saying is that the weather is going to be crisp.
It's going to start getting crisp starting on Thursday.
You said
night.
Crisp. Like an apple. Crisp.
Right. And
I love apple.
Friday is supposed to be like 18 for the day, but then you got that wind chills on top of that. So it's going to be pretty. The one thing that you got to be aware of, this snow that we have right now, you don't clean it off. Then the next day or two, guess what? It's going to be it's going to be a brick.
Yeah. Put your, if there's any precipitation out there, take your windshield wipers and pull them up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be
you get them suckers frozen onto your windshield. And speaking
of
windshield, I got behind a sanding truck. Rock came right out and cracked my windshield.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have glass?
Pissed me off.
You have glass on your
That's one of my phone calls this morning.
Yeah, they'll come out and replace it without a problem.
Oh, no, I know. But still, it's just a pain in the yahoo.
Yeah. It's unfortunately, it has to be certain amount of temperature, so you won't be able to get it done over the weekend.
Let's see. Let's take a look at the room and who's in there. We got Paul Gilbert checking in from South Carolina. Good morning, Paul.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining the show.
Yeah. South Carolina.
Huh? South Carolina.
No snow down there.
No. Matter of fact, Paul, you going to the beach later? I bet it's a little cold down there.
I don't think it's super warm.
40s, 50s,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, still warmer than it is here.
Yeah, Paul. What is the temperature down in South Carolina right now? That's You know what I like about? I'm going to totally change gears real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I love about what's going on in our show and what we've been doing? We're not talking politics.
No.
I hated talking
Don't want to hear it.
politics.
Don't want to hear politics
Hate it.
anymore. No.
Hate it.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul says it's about 60 down in South Carolina.
Oh, not bad.
That's not bad, Paul. That's
Not
not bad at all.
bad.
It's better than 8.
No, 8 tomorrow. That's right. It's better than 8.
Yeah, it's 60 down here. It's crisp.
Oh,
Got to turn on the heat. Got to get it up to 80, 85, 90.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah.
I hate talking politics, and I'm so glad that we're not.
No, I don't even watch it anymore. I have no idea what's going on in the world.
Don't care.
I don't really care. No.
Now, that doesn't mean, even though we have foregone the whole political scene, it doesn't mean that we're not going to have folks on our show that are lawmakers and political leaders talking. Like, for example, we're still going to have our first selectman in and talking about what's going on in the town. We're not going to be talking about the politics of the politics,
right,
or anything like that.
I'm not looking at national politics.
Screw that.
No, we don't care what's going on in Washington.
No. Like next week, we're going to have Todd Babbitt on. We haven't had Mr. Babbitt on
No,
in
it's
quite
been
some
on
time.
a long time. No, you're right.
So we're going to have Todd on. We're in negotiations to bring back Tom Sparkman. But he wants a big contract, and it's like, Jesus Christ, come on, no.
Especially doing Facebook now, you got to get hair and makeup in here.
I know.
You know,
Tom wants them green M&Ms. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, now you got to dress up. Can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't really wear nothing. Can't wear crap anymore.
Kevin Cunningham, comes
He comes in
and
a
everything.
suit and tie.
He does. Sometimes he brings donuts. Sometimes he does not.
Yep.
Sometimes he expects donuts. Sometimes he does not. We're going to have a gentleman from the Jewett City Fire Department on soon, Rich Wasilek.
Uh-huh.
Going to talk about recruiting and
yeah, they're looking for firemen.
Yeah, absolutely.
And nobody wants to volunteer anymore.
Coming up in a week or so, we're going to have or a couple of weeks, we're going to have the Connecticut Paranormal Research Team on again.
Back again.
We're going to have our friend Joe, the time traveler.
Oh,
He's coming back.
Joe's back.
And we're also going to have Mario Arriaga coming in within a week or so. He's as of February 1st is the new chief of police.
Oh,
in the town of Plainfield, as Michael Supernaut.
Oh.
He's retiring from his post in Plainfield. So
got you.
a lot of great community stuff, a lot of great entertainment type stuff. We still have Psychic Tuesday every Tuesday. Bill Knight just says, why not have someone come in from the fish hatchery to speak about the upcoming fishing season?
That's
not a bad idea
not
either.
a bad idea. However, it's hard to get the folks to come in. They don't want to come in. They don't want to spend the time.
We don't need that though, Paul. We can have them on the phone. We can do it live on Zoom on SNSN. We can do so many things.
I know.
It's technology.
I know, but a lot of them don't want to.
We be hooked up.
We try. Hooked up.
We got it all. So that's why we say if there's any kind of information or subject matter that you want us to go ahead and cover or bring you the information to, if you look at the top of the page, it's right over here. You see that right there? If you're in the Facebook group, you can see that. We have a text phone number. Please do not send it to my personal messenger on Facebook, only because it'll get lost. It'll get lost in the mix because I get so many other things.
You're a real popular guy.
No, it's not a matter of that. It's just, it's, I don't know if they think it's easier for them or whatever, but it will get lost. Plain and simple.
Well, that's brand new now, right? That new text number.
860-717-3097. Yeah. It's right on the top of the page. And we ask you to please, that's for radio station stuff only. So that way, if it does get lost, then you can say, Mike, you're a jerk, and totally unprepared for stuff.
Right.
I'm saying, yeah, it is, because here it is. I said, go ahead and use this
Right.
number, and I'm not reacting to it or anything like that.
Right.
So a few people have taken advantage of it. Let's see. Anything today? Nothing today. 860-717-3097. That's our dedicated text line for SNSN. And here's a comment that just came through.
Uh-oh.
Now, Denise, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about? Here's the comment, Paul, because you can't see it.
I can't.
It says Paul is being a negative Nancy.
A negative Nancy?
You can be, Paul. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, only because I probably said that sometimes you can't get people that don't want to come in. Maybe that's where it comes from. Because I've tried to get 2 or 3 people to come in, and they say, yeah. They don't want to come in. Some interesting topics too.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to be bothered. So maybe that's why.
Oh, look at it. Look at Paul. Paul Gilbert on the show. What a guy, you brown noser. I love you, Paul. The 2 things I miss the most about Grizzled, Airmonies, and Mike's radio station. We have 2 fans. God. How about what people want for new businesses? That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know. I mean, we don't know what you want to cover unless you bring it up to us. Like I said, our text number is 860-717-3097. There it is. I'm pointing to it. 860-717-3097. That's all you got to do. Do that right there. That's right, Paul. All I need is 2. Paul Gilbert. All I need is 2. 2 followers, 2 fans. That's it. You know why? Because they tell 2 friends, and so on, and so on, and so on. Next thing you know, we're an Alberto VL5 commercial.
Wow.
All right. Paul, thanks for coming on in once again. Appreciate it, as always.
See you on Friday.
We'll see you on Friday for Stump the Chump, along with Chris Goodenough from Platinum Gear Productions, who's finally going to get a sign on the building.
Is he finally?
Finally.
Oh, wow.
About damn time.
Wow, that's good.
So don't forget that text number. Again, 860-717-3097. It's on the top of the screen right now. And if you want to review any of the information that we covered this morning, especially with Mitch Gross from Eversource and the Kilowatt program.
Kill a watt.
Kill a watt.
Right.
Then we will go ahead and you can go ahead and review that. You can bounce around it. It's going to stay up on the YouTube channel. I will tell you this, that we on Facebook, we are going to go ahead and delete the live broadcasts on my own personal page.
Right.
So you can still tune in and watch them when we do them live, but if you want to review them, they're going to be on our YouTube page. So please subscribe to our YouTube page so you can always review that information. So anyway, we're out of here tomorrow. Once again, I will be here, and then Angela will be here in the afternoon. Angela will be here this afternoon as well. And Paul, I'm going to leave you this closing comment from Stan. Said, and I'm going to ask you this first before we go anywhere. Is Paul afraid to show up on Psychic Tuesday?
No.
Yeah. No. Could you have said that any more meekly, Paul?
I really don't care. At my age, I don't want to know when I'm going to die. It could be short, it could be long.
My birth certificate has an expiration date. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow right here on SNSN Internet Radio.
You buy better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
It's a new season, and the Burns Agency wants to remind you of a few precautions you can take to keep safe this season. It's a great time to make sure your chimney is serviced before the chestnuts start roasting. Before that Thanksgiving turkey drops in the deep fryer, be sure all smoke detectors are in working order. Let's clean out the gutters and properly dispose of our combustibles. Make space